あなたのために日本の輸入ビデオゲームの楽しみの時間 bn-game.com
Hi everyone, this is Bobby from bn-games.com, and we're here with a new series that we are calling Region Lock.
A new old series.
Yes, new old series. This is a derivative of the classic Capture series, which will continue, but this particular series is going to focus completely on imports, and probably in this realm, Japanese imports specifically. And for the first game, we're going to be playing Slap Happy Rhythm Busters, a fighting game.
Slap Hap 4.
Which only came out in Japan. Pretty much all the games that we're going to do on this series are going to be Japan-only exclusives that never came over, and a lot of them you probably never heard of. A lot of them are quirky. It's stuff that would have never made commercial sense, I think, in the States, but did well enough in Japan, you know, for the most part.
Well, commercial sense, social, just they wouldn't have made it here.
Yeah, something like this. I think this could have done well, especially since this came out when fighting games were still viable.
I'm on the fence on that
one. Visually, it's got an anime art style which is reminiscent of Jet Grind Radio, which
really
is
cutesy.
A lot of people compare it to Jet Grind Radio. Those who have played it, and like I said, it is a fighting game. I guess its main point is that the music that's been mixed here was mixed by Japanese DJs. I should also mention for these for Region Lock, we're going on information that we've found and that we've played through, and no, we might make mistakes. So don't go in the comments. Don't rage at us if we mention something that's incorrect.
Use Wiki.
We're trying to do as best we can. Wiki, Moby Games,
whatever I can get my friends to translate.
Google. Yes. Yeah. And a lot of these games are imported directly from Japan. We are playing these mostly on a Japanese PS2 because Japanese PS2 will play, you know, both PS2 and PS1 games. And we're not going to limit it only to Sony's console, but for the most part, as of this video, most imports that we have are Sony or on Sony consoles.
I can't think of any we have on. Saturn.
Saturn. Also Super Famicom. You know, there's a number of consoles and games that. Stuff that never came here to the States.
Yeah.
Right now, this is me and Tim playing the game. I'm first player, Timmy's second. This is Tim's first time playing it. This is my second time actually playing it.
Right.
I kind of know this character because he plays a lot like Ken.
He makes it sound better than it is. It's his second time playing it, but he only played it for like 6 hours the first time.
Well, no. Like
I have like 2 minutes. Oh, bull.
I was actually going really easy on you.
Yeah, I know. I've played Street Fighter with you for years.
It plays a lot like Street Fighter. It is a 2D fighter.
I really love that effect.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean...
I like the water. I like the water when he does the wave.
Yeah, the Hokusai?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
watch out, this guy, he translated...
No, it's a famous painting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did that.
Sorry, I'm more cultured than these two.
Yes, that is true. I just import them and just play the game and try to figure it out. In fact, a lot of it's going to be flailing around like I think this menu means versus.
Yeah.
Although this one, thankfully, a lot of it, majority of it is in English. There is a, I guess you would call it a campaign mode, and it is long. We're only gonna play multiplayer for this particular video, but you go through like 20, 30 dudes until before you finish it. And there's a lot of fighters in this game. They're very unique. I don't think there's a clone among them. You know, you don't have like a Ryu and Ken.
No, but leave it to you to find Ken.
Yeah, hey, yeah, well, whatever. And he's got pretty cool pants. They look like waves, or whatever he called it. Say it again to me.
Okay.
I actually pronounce that pretty well.
You're gonna be seeing stuff on this series like for Marco specifically would be Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. For me, it's gonna be Japanese fighting games that never made it across.
And for me, it'll be Initial D and cooking games.
Hey.
Oh, and then for all of us, giant mech games.
Yes, giant mech games will make an appearance.
And the weird games that are like, what the hell's going on here?
Like Yoshinoya's Employee Simulator.
Hey, that was pretty good, actually.
Actually, when I posted it on Facebook, my friends were going crazy over it.
We will be doing one for that.
Yes,
very soon.
Yes, we will. And I actually got good at that one.
So, as a fighting game, it's pretty good. It's a little stiff. It is 2D and it plays like a 2D game, But
my complaint is that they move so slow. I mean, compared to like almost any other fighting game I've ever played, like Darkstalkers, Guilty Gear,
you know what?
Fighter.
You know what I think it plays like? I think it plays a lot like Guilty Gear, actually.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's got a very Guilty Gear-esque feel. There's a lot of dashing forward, double
air dash.
Yeah.
Especially like the characters, their stance. Like the guy I'm playing right now would remind me a lot. Not a like his stance more of like Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear, but God, I can't think of the character.
It's alright. Those characters are so obscure name-wise, it's hard to remember.
Actually, no, I remember quite a few of them. It's one of my favorite fighting games. But I mean, no, it's very Guilty Gear-esque. Even more towards like the first Guilty Gears that were a little slower.
You suck me up in your goddamn vacuum. I don't know.
Yeah, I hit you with the broom. Just like that.
You actually did pretty good with him.
What is the only fight I won?
No, you won the second one. Although,
I mean like match, like 2 rounds. No, because the best character I used, I don't know the name, is like the cowboy girl.
Yep.
I had a little more time. I bet I could be pretty good with her.
I didn't put that one in there because it was kind of boring to watch.
Nah, because I was kicking your ass.
No, hey, I won that one, so I don't want to hear it. Whatever. Basically, it's a fighter. It has a heavy emphasis on what kind of music would you call this specifically?
DJ house.
What, like? I mean, would you say it's themed for the East, or would you just say it's just house in general?
It's like a house with a heavy pop influence. That's what I'd classify it as.
It's J-Trance.
Well,
I would be fine calling it that, actually. It does kind of have that feel. I mean, it's not something necessarily I would think is too dancey, but it's like on the border of dance and then pop music. So
I think the other thing we should mention also, if you're wondering why this is Japan specific or Asian specific for our intro and everything. First of all, our intro is based off of Evangelion. I want to make that clear for the first video. And number 2, most of the games that come out in the PAL and APAC regions are released in North America anyway, and there's not really a point in doing that as an import because there's very few differences usually, and I can't think of a single game that's come out recently anyway that didn't get released here in North America. To Japan, that's a different story. In Japan, there's still a ton of games that come out on consoles that don't come out here, even on the PC. So it's gonna be mostly Japanese imports, and I should also mention, unlike the classic capture, the games will be of all times. So this is a PlayStation 1 game. We will have PlayStation 3 games because thankfully the PlayStation 3 is not region locked. Although the series is called region locked because a lot of the games are region locked. So
it's a double-edged sword.
Also, being region locked can also imply distance from ocean. I think that's another way to look at it. It doesn't have to be specifically.
Yeah, it's more code of where the games were just released, not where they're sold.
Yeah.
Where they're sold, not where they're imported to.
I haven't unlocked a lot of those characters yet. The other thing with this game is it has a DJ mode, which we'll be showing a little bit after. I think we got. No, this is gonna be the last battle right here, actually. Yeah. One thing about Japanese games, for the most part, the circle and X button are reversed, so you usually press circle to accept things and X to deny or cancel, where in North America it's the opposite. I think it's due to the fact that X refers to bad or death. I read that somewhere.
I believe you're right.
So
where here X would be like execute.
Yeah, and circle is a symbol for good and okay and that kind of thing. So, like Metal Gear, for example, would be I think a prime example. I think that one didn't change it, if I remember right.
It kept that the circle being in there.
Yeah, so that's an example that came out here in the States that and it doesn't seem like a big difference, but it is when you've trained yourself to select one thing and you end up canceling out of stuff. It kind of can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Timmy's playing as a butcher, and I'm playing as I don't know. I keep hitting him with the back of my wrist.
One thing I wanted to bring up real quick, since we are on the subject of talking about the new video series, one of the things that I think we're going to be doing is any game that did properly come to the US in an English version, but we feel is quirky or Japanese enough to stay in this video series, will probably end up going in this video series.
Yep. I agree with that.
One of the things that I have a problem with, like anime and manga, and it goes for video games too, is the localization. So usually a lot of the games will be missing a lot of stuff in the American version.
Right.
Yakuza 3 is a prime example of that.
The particular one that I was thinking was the game that Bobby recently ordered that we should be getting in.
Crisis.
Incredible Crisis, which was made by the same company, in fact.
Yep. Polygon Games.
Yeah, that has a proper English version, but it is quirky enough where it's going to fall into this video
Bobby,
series.
explain this DDR.
Basically, it's a timing. You do the directional buttons in time, and he hits the dude as long as you keep in time with the music. It's a little quick little mini game that comes with the fighting game, and I don't know how to finish it because I've come close, like I've missed one, and it still tells me I failed. And there's only going to be one more here, another example of one that I did a little better, but you know, that'll be all. Alright everyone, well this was an first episode of Region Locked. This is a new series from bn-games.com. Please subscribe and let us know what you think. Any suggestions, comments, anything you'd like to see, let us know. Any suggestions for video games you'd like us to get, we will import. Just let us know. Thank you very much.